Now people are uh, having no clues about what this E20 blended petrol, uh, ethanol blended petrol will affect on this existing old engines. So the new engines will have to be designed according to the combustion timing, and all these factors affect on based on the typical fluid viscosity, fluid density, etc. So my uncle has this Santro, Hyundai Santro, which is a CNG and hybrid version actually. It's a petrol engine basically. During his petrol use, there's no kind of any issues, but he actually bought a pre-owned car actually. So this is somewhere. So when he shifts to the CNG, uh, when he crosses around 40 kph kilometers per hour, at the accelerator pedal, he faces this pop sounds, which is called afterburner kind of a pop sound. Pop, pop, top, 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 top. This kind of a sound he feels in those vibrations on the accelerator also. So he asked me, "What's this?" So basically, I said that these engines, whatever is there, this CNG is directly released without any fuel injection kind of a procedure. It's just a normal basic fuel injection that is being used as petrol fluid viscosity chemical composition. So these firing rates and these combustion are based on the petrol's density. See, generally the logic is uh, when a fluid evaporates little lesser time period, that means it has some kind of energy potential in it because of the carbon bonding. So there's a lot of energy in that. And when the fuel evaporates quicker than the normal one, that means it has less energy potential in it. Similarly, CNG has less density, so the spark plugs or the combustion firing rates are based on the fluid's density of the petrol type. So when CNG is in the being combusted in the bore of the petrol engine, so there'll be a misfire and there'll be a lack of horsepower kind of. So temporarily, this is a kind of a jugaad type of a material as technology, chaltar kind of a thing. So in the long time, you will be having effect with the firing rates and in the problems in the bore also, because friction or something other factors also affect. So this is going to be an issue. So this is the reason. So basically our engines, like whatever the German cars or whatever vehicles are there today, they're based on the petrol engines. You have not seen any German vehicles using CNG, but or either way ethanol. So ethanol also has a lesser density because obviously E20 petrol is lesser density than traditional petrol. So there'll be a firing problems. So the ECU mapping has to be adjusted accordingly. So this all things have to be affected. Parameters have to be considered. Without these incidents, you can't just blindly depend on E20 petrol. So these things, I don't know why the government doesn't consider all these things. These have to be considered for engine life, warranty and all, with proper care. Otherwise, it will affect your engines. This is logically also, if you imagine, it will be an effect, but it will not. The results won't degrade instantly. The service will come less life. So our engines are not prepared for kind of this kind of combustion rate. So engines have to be designed accordingly. There have to be certain modifications in the ECU mapping and combustion and fuel injections types also. Carburetor is again another issue. So without the proper at cold start, your engines won't start properly. So these are things that you have to consider. You will get to know slowly, like long stroke, long bore engines. So long stroke engines with big bores, that to carburetor engines like Royal Enfield and all, they will have a little lag because though compressors also will be a compressor problem. Compressor will be stuck in order to get that fuel injection properly into the perspective. So these things will be in a long term effect. I think government has to consider this. I think it has putting the pressure on the people who are using this. Like it's a trial and error method. They're least bothered about these kind of things. So you have to talk about, and you have to, I mean, the people who are proper technical people, they have to give a official statement, because it might affect your engines. This is going to happen. So our engines are not prepared. Whereas if you take the same type of fuel and export it to other country, I think these countries are going to reject it because their engines are not prepared for this. So what do you think about? I think you should also rely on traditional petrol instead of E20 ethanol petrol, or changes in the engine has to be done. This way also the government maybe wants to create problems in order to move it to push the EV sales to EVs or hybrid models. Who knows?